In the cradle of civilization, nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, the ancient land of Mesopotamia gave rise to some of the most transformative inventions in human history. Over 5,000 years ago, a tapestry of city-states flourished in this fertile crescent, their people driven by the challenges and opportunities of their environment. As they built their societies from the ground up, the Mesopotamians developed ingenious solutions to problems both practical and profound. Solutions that would ripple across continents and centuries, shaping the course of humanity. One of the most profound Mesopotamian inventions was writing itself. Imagine a world where knowledge could not be passed down except by word of mouth, where history was only as long as memory. For the peoples of Sumer, communication and record-keeping were vital for managing their growing cities and complex economies. Around 3200 BCE, they devised cuneiform, a script made by pressing a stylus into soft clay tablets. At first, these marks were pictographs representing objects or commodities, but over time, they evolved into symbols for sounds and ideas, allowing for greater expression and nuance. Cuneiform was far more than a means to tally sheep or record grain. With writing, laws could be codified, stories preserved, and contracts formalized. Epic tales like the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the world's oldest surviving works of literature, were inscribed in clay, echoing down the ages. Scribes became custodians of knowledge, and the written word brought forth new ways of thinking, organizing, and remembering. This innovation not only anchored Mesopotamian civilization, but also paved the way for every literate society that followed. As crucial as writing was the invention of the wheel, a symbol of human ingenuity that revolutionized transport and technology. The earliest known wheels emerged in Mesopotamia around 3500 BCE, first appearing as potter's wheels, a tool to spin clay into uniform vessels. But the leap from shaping pottery to moving goods was inevitable. Soon, wheels were mounted on carts, drawn by animals, transforming the movement of people and resources. The wheel enabled trade over long distances, connected cities, and facilitated the spread of goods, ideas, and cultures. It was a humble disc of wood, yet it set civilization in motion, literally, altering the pace and possibilities of human life. Alongside the wheel, Mesopotamians devised other essential transportation innovations. They built some of the world's first sailboats, navigating the rivers and marshes with simple square sails. These boats carried goods and people up and down the waterways, linking distant communities and opening new horizons for commerce and exploration. Agriculture lay at the heart of Mesopotamian life, and here, too, their ingenuity changed the world. The unpredictable floods of the Tigris and Euphrates offered rich soil, but also posed great risks. To tame these waters, Mesopotamians engineered complex irrigation systems, canals, dikes, reservoirs, and levees. By channeling water where it was needed, they turned arid land into productive fields, supporting dense urban populations. The ability to control water gave rise to surplus crops, which in turn fueled trade, specialization, and urban growth. To coordinate this web of activities, Mesopotamians invented the concept of the city-state. Independent urban centers, each with its own government, laws, and identity. Cities like Ur, Uruk, and Babylon became hubs of administration, commerce, and culture. With urbanization came new problems of organization, prompting the Mesopotamians to develop systems of governance, bureaucracy, and law. Perhaps the most famous legal code from this era is the Code of Hammurabi, a set of nearly 300 laws inscribed on a towering stone stele. These laws covered everything from trade and property to marriage and crime, establishing principles of justice and accountability that resonate to this day. Mathematics, too, flourished in ancient Mesopotamia. To measure fields, calculate harvests, and manage trade, they developed a sophisticated numerical system based on the number 60, a sexagesimal system. This innovation not only facilitated accounting and engineering, but also laid the foundation for our modern concepts of time and angles. The division of an hour into 60 minutes, of a circle into 360 degrees, can be traced back to the Mesopotamians. They also devised multiplication tables, geometric calculations, and even early algebraic concepts, demonstrating a remarkable grasp of abstract reasoning. In astronomy, Mesopotamian scholars gazed at the heavens, seeking patterns and meaning in the stars. They tracked the movements of celestial bodies, creating detailed star charts and calendars. These observations were not merely academic. Their calendars regulated agriculture, religious festivals, and civic life. By dividing the year into 12 lunar months and tracking days, weeks, and hours with precision, they established a rhythm that shaped daily existence and echoes in our modern calendars. The Mesopotamians also made significant advances in architecture and construction. With limited access to stone or timber, they turned to the abundant clay of their riverbanks, inventing sun-dried and kiln-fired bricks. These bricks became the building blocks of their cities. Walls, temples, ziggurats, and palaces rose from the earth, their forms both practical and symbolic. The towering ziggurats, stepped pyramids dedicated to the gods, dominated the skyline, reflecting the central role of religion in Mesopotamian life. Religion, too, was shaped by invention. The Mesopotamians developed elaborate systems of myth, ritual, and priesthood, formalizing religious practice in ways that influenced civilizations far beyond their borders. Temples functioned as centers of worship, administration, and learning, housing not only priests but also scribes, astronomers, and bureaucrats. The legacy of their religious thought, ideas about divinity, fate, and morality, would be woven into the fabric of later cultures. Everyday life in Mesopotamia was also touched by innovation. They crafted the first known recipes, brewing beer from barley and baking leavened bread. They developed cosmetics, perfumes, and even the first known toothbrushes, chewing sticks made from aromatic woods. In medicine, they compiled lists of symptoms and treatments, blending empirical observation with spiritual beliefs. The art of metallurgy found fertile ground in Mesopotamia. The people of this land learned to extract copper from ore, fashioning tools and weapons stronger than those of stone. They pioneered the alloying of copper with tin to create bronze, ushering in the Bronze Age. With bronze, new possibilities emerged: plows to till the earth, swords to defend cities, and ornaments to adorn the powerful. Trade networks radiated outward from Mesopotamia, carrying their inventions far and wide. Merchants traveled by land and river, exchanging textiles, metals, grains, and crafts with distant peoples. These exchanges fostered cultural contact, spreading Mesopotamian innovations across the ancient world and bringing new ideas and resources home in return. The legacy of Mesopotamian invention is not just a catalog of firsts, it is a testament to human creativity and adaptability. In response to their environment, to the challenges of organizing large, complex societies, and to the quest for meaning and order in the universe, the peoples of Mesopotamia forged tools, systems, and ideas that would become the bedrock of civilization. Consider for a moment the impact of these inventions. Writing enabled the preservation of knowledge and the rise of literature, history, and law. The wheel unleashed new forms of mobility and trade. Irrigation and city planning supported urban life. Mathematics and astronomy revealed the secrets of nature and time. Law and governance established the principles of justice and order. Metallurgy transformed technology, while art, religion, and culture flourished in tandem. Each of these innovations, born of necessity and imagination, became a gift to the ages. Today, echoes of Mesopotamia can be found all around us. Every time we write a letter, consult a calendar, record an agreement, tell a story, or measure an hour, every time we build, calculate, organize, or govern, we draw upon the legacy of these ancient inventors. Though the cities of Sumer and Babylon have long since faded into the dust, their spirit endures in the foundations of our world. From the banks of the Tigris and Euphrates, the story of invention began. A story of people striving to understand, shape, and improve their world. As we look back across the millennia, we see that the inventions of Mesopotamia were not just tools or techniques, but the seeds of civilization itself. In their clay tablets and brick towers, in their measured fields and mapped skies, we find the origins of the modern human journey, a testament to the enduring power of innovation to change the world.